How's it going, folks, and welcome back. It's episode number 34, I believe, of part of Primera. I hope that's correct. Today is a big one. Today, it's our first ever Champions League game, and we are taking on, drumroll please, Tottenham. I mean, is that a big game? Isn't that a big game? I feel like when you dream of your Champions League group, and your first ever kind of Champions League group as a club, going into a group with Tottenham and Benfica and Olympiacos is maybe a tiny bit disappointing from the perspective of they're not the biggest teams. On the flip side, maybe it does present an opportunity for us to get into the knockouts. That is probably going to be quite a challenge. And yeah, today, first game of the group stage is at home against Tottenham. I think if there's an opportunity for us to cause an upset, this is as good a time as any. And while it's not been too long since you were last here, the transfer window has slammed shut. It was a quiet one in the end. In fact, I think the only deal that really happened of note was Resende went out on loan to Manancia. He went on loan to them last year and had a really good loan spell. They were promoted. He's gone to them again to, I suppose, rekindle their previous relationship. And he's doing pretty well for them so far. So that's good to see. Elsewhere, Willy Cambuala has ended up going out on loan. He is playing, as you can see here, for Extremadura, playing in La Liga 2, getting some regular first-team football. I feel like in Football Manager, more so than ever, in FM21, getting first-team football of some kind to younger players, kind of from the ages of 19 to 21, is more than important than ever. So hopefully those two lads are going to go out and have a good loan spell. We didn't end up spending any money because, of course, we had our business done. We've got Capanu, who wasn't sent off in his second game for the club, so that's great to hear. And also Corridor, who's looked okay so far. A 7.05 for the 18-year-old. And well, rather than me just go over individual performances, why don't we look at the team performances? And well, since we were last here, only 3 league games played. We kicked things off with a game against Rayo Vallecano. So in this game, we ended up relying on an Onana goal. Wasn't a particularly classic game, I suppose, but we got a win away from home. We grinded out a result. It was a game that we dominated. We got quite stuck in, though. Lots of yellow cards, which wasn't really something that we had much of last year. Maybe something to keep an eye on. It wasn't something that continued too much as we took on Athletic Club Bilbao. You can see here, Corridor did get booked early on. That scared the life out of me. I thought, oh my God, he's going to get sent off. Capanu's been sent off. Now the other youngster has to get sent off. But no, he was well behaved. Onana scored again in this one. Bit of a battle. Pablo Torre, man of the match for me. He was absolutely superb, as you can see here. He scored in the 70th minute. Shall we give this one a watch? He got a 9.0. He capped off his performance with this goal. Wham, bang, thank you, ma'am. What a free kick that was, and a great result against Athletic Club. They're one of the big teams in Spain. To beat them at home and to beat them in such a commanding manner was really great to see. Now, the third match we played was against Mallorca. We ended up drawing this 1-1-1. An interesting finish by Cardona for the opener in this game. Of course, they were promoted with us to La Liga a couple of years ago now, and this game was taking place 3 days before the Spurs match that we've got going on. So as a result, I did rotate the team around. Squad management's going to be an important factor this year. Perhaps it's a little bit concerning that when we rotated our team, we did slip up. You can see Capanu ended up playing at defensive mid. The back line I kept kind of full strength, but the likes of Atakovic came in, Martinez and Ferry in the midfield. It's going to be a squad game this year. Maybe a bit of a cautionary tale for what could be to come in terms of when we are going to need to rotate things around. What it does mean, though, is that we leave ourselves in the best possible position for today's game against Tottenham. And well, whilst it's early days, it's worth taking a look at the league table. You can see here we are currently in third. A good little start, 0 games lost, a +6 goal difference. Mexica not in the goal scoring charts. Interestingly enough, you can see here Athletic Club have a 19-year-old regen who's asked to leave, who's the top goal scorer. He wants to go to a bigger club. Are we big enough? I mean, I don't have 18 million to spend. I don't have the 97 million pound for his release clause to spend. He looks very, very good, doesn't he, Raul there? But yeah, you might notice Machado not in the top goal scoring charts. And truth be told, he's not been at his absolute best yet. 2 goals to his name to start the season. Onana has 2 of his own, as does Jonathan Martinez. He's had a good little start to the year, of course, playing out on the right-hand side as a winger. That flipping of roles went on during the pre-season. And, for the most part, it has worked rather well. Now, this is the game that the team that played the previous game. Going into today's game, we are going to mix things up and get in the best 11 as I view it. And, well, you can see here, I've not saved my best 11 in a little bit because we need to get Corridor into this team. He might be injury prone, he might be inconsistent. He's not shown either of those yet. I feel like I'm just inviting the game to have him stretch it off with words like that. We're going to make a couple of little changes here. I am going to take off Martinez, who's got this injury. Unfortunately, he has had a fitness test. He failed it, so out the team you come. But no, what it does mean is that Hardy's going to come into the squad. He has got a start and an appearance off the bench already. Of course, he was really good to end last year. Hasn't quite found that same level of form this year, but I am hoping that he's going to be a good enough impact player on off the bench and a good enough squad player that in situations like this when Martinez is injured, he comes in and we don't look like we're missing a really important piece of the puzzle. But anyway, this is the team we're going to go with. It's a huge occasion, this one. Just as a little reminder, back in 2007-2008, Racing qualified for the Europa League. On that occasion, it was groups of 8 teams. I think you played each team once or twice. It was a weird format back then. They got knocked out against the likes of Man City and PSG, who were both in their group. I would quite like to take on one of those 2 teams in the knockout stages of European football at some point to try and get a little bit of revenge for the club. And well, how many years is it on now? 17 years on. Today marks our return to European football. An unexpected opportunity to play in the Champions League this year, but an opportunity that we are going to relish nevertheless. And whilst there was a temptation to just rotate the team for this competition, to expect to take a pasting, focus on the league, let's try and get the performances we need there. You know, the board expectations for the competition are just try your best. I want to do more than try our best. I rotated the team for the league. We go into this game ready, refreshed, and raring to go. Here's our team. It's a good-looking team, isn't it? For the most part. Not. I mean, in terms of the play. I mean, they're lovely-looking blokes as well. This Tottenham team: Harry Kane up front, Dele Alli, Son, Vignato out on the wing, Ndidi and Højbjerg in the middle, Bastoni and Eric Dyer at the back. Not sure about Eric Dyer at the back. Maybe we can get Mahika to sit on his shoulders. One thing is for certain, though. Their team is a little bit better than ours. We have the 3rd lowest wage budget in La Liga. We're going up against one of the big dogs from the Premier League. Let's see how this goes. First highlight of the game, 16 minutes in. We've not conceded yet. Is that worth celebrating? I mean, a goal would be worth celebrating. Corridor breaking down the play nicely, lays it inside to Hardy, who plays it to Mahika, who can't quite get it in. Woodman holds on to it. Would have been offside, wouldn't have counted, but good to see us showing some attacking intent. And while we have a corner here, where's Velez's head? Was that Velez's head? I'm not sure whose head it came off. It went just wide of the post, that is for certain. And well, we go for a 3rd highlight in the space of 4 minutes. This game is opening up. The ball whipped in by them, and Son, of all players, with a header into the bottom corner. That's a little bit gutting to see. I think was it Tomiyasu with the assist for them? Is that his name? Plays for Bologna? Am I right in thinking he's been linked with Tottenham in real life? Is this Football Manager predicting a transfer that's going to happen? Maybe I'm getting my wires crossed here. I swear that Tottenham have been linked with him in real life. Maybe the game knows something that we don't. I'm hoping that Pablo's going to know something that we don't. He whips it in. He picks out Kane expertly. But, well, we still have the ball. Let's remain positive here. Marca wandering wide. Little back heel to Blanco. Love that. He plays it into Pablo. Takes it down well. Gives it to Avramides. And we have had a few chances here that we may well live to regret. I mean, you can see our XG, 1.72 after half an hour. And we've got another corner here. This time, Velez does get his head on it. This time, the header goes just over the crossbar. We are looking really good here. We just can't get a goal. We just can't get a goal. Maybe something can happen here. Blanco, Marca, so much space to run into. They are defending so narrowly. What can the left back do? I mean, he gets it over everyone to his fellow right back, who has an effort. I say fellow right back, of course. He's not a right back, is Marca, but his fellow full back. That's what I was trying to say. If you were concerned about this being a cagey affair, by the way, worry not. We're into another highlight already. I don't know if that's a testament to our attacking ability or just how ropey Spurs have looked to the back. I say all of this. It could be their highlight, although it's Corridor winning the ball again. He's like a hall monitor. He doesn't let anyone get past him. He wanders the streets of the centre midfield, and if anyone's out there without a permit, sticks in a tackle, crunches them and wins the ball. Vignato bringing the ball forward, cutting inside from the right side, dinks over the keeper, but dinks it just wide of the post. We got away with one there, and I think it's time for a demand more. You know what? That's not a bad half. That is not a bad... I'm quite happy. I'm not happy with the scoreline, but let's take the positives. We've had 14 shots. 3 on target isn't very good, but we've dominated possession against Spurs, a team who are so much better than ours. I'm still going to tell the players to show me something else in the second half, but under my breath, in my head, I'm thinking, yeah, you're doing well, lads. Just keep it going. More of this. We're going to be grand. And well, is this a highlight from kickoff? Is this the elusive kickoff highlight? Huardro, where are you going? Why have I added an R in his name? It's Huardo. Help me. I'll get it right eventually. Avramidez is battling. Keep battling, my son. He hits it and he hits the woodwork. How have we not scored? Huardo to Avramidez. Options in the middle. Corridor to Blanco. Pablo. What build-up play. Avramidez with the finish. That, my friends, is a beautiful, beautiful goal. And I was worried that today's episode, because we'd only played 3 matches going into this, maybe it'd be a shorter one. You know, not as much to recap. We've not been busy in the transfer market. We've kept playing our game. We've been plodding on okay in the league. I'll tell you what, we are giving Tottenham a battle here, and that is as good a goal as you're going to see. The finish into the bottom corner. Magnifique. Oh dear, what was that? What was that, Jack? I mean, what was this? There's another highlight straight away. Don't ruin it for me. We've played so well. We've battled back into this game, and now Vignato. Okay, well, he can do that if he wants. He can do that if he wants. He smashes it wide the post. We're fine. Is that Andy Robertson for them? I didn't spot that. That is a mental transfer. Onana, what's his... You said you weren't going to do it this year, Jack. You failed at the first hurdle. Episode number 2 of the season. You fool. Marsa, Blanco. Where are we going here? Corridor. Loads of men over on the right-hand side. He's going to go left, though, to Hardy, who's got acres of space. Marsa as well, afforded so much time and opportunity to pick out a pass. He tries to get it into the back post. It's cleared away. Corridor reads it well, though. And we'll build from the back again. We'll go forward again. Why not? Onana, Avramidez. He's got 1 goal. He's confident. We are playing beautiful football here. Is there end product? There's not. It's cleared off the line after the keeper got a fingertip. And now we have a throw-in. Oh my, this is... Has anyone ever seen a game like this? Maybe I'm being overdramatic. This feels absolutely mad. It's 1-1. We're 54 minutes in. And Nana, our centre-back, has decided he's a winger. It's all just kicking off here. Cleared away. Marsa is under it. Blanco. Marsa. Corridor. Onana. Did it there without ruining it. Nice job, Jack. Hardy. Can he cut inside? He can. He dances past his man and he just... What's he doing? That's not allowed. We're winning 2-1 against Spurs. My, oh my. Shall we discuss this goal? Shall we discuss what he's done to the defence here? Who's he skinned here? Tomiyasu's done, and then Woodman. I mean, would you look at that more like he's just watched the ball go into the back of the net? It's 2-1. Okay, for all the excitement, we should make changes here. Mahika's been poor. Let's bring in Puardo up top. Elsewhere in the team, Marsa's not the best game at left back, so you know what? We'll bring in Thiago Arojo. This is a game where our wing backs are really getting in on the overlap. I feel like his physicality and his speed could be really good on off the bench to, well, aid us in that. And of course, for Puardo, big game for him. Huge game for him. Joined us from Manchester United on a freebie. Let's see if he was worth every penny that we paid. I mean, we've not paid any pennies for him, so let's see if he's worth nothing. Or maybe I'll just want to return him anyway. Maybe he's not what I need. I mean, 20 minutes left in this game. We'll get the demand more shout going. It's nice to have a moment of calm, a moment without a highlight. We go into another. By the way, Olympiacos in the other game in our group, now losing 3-0 to Benfica. Pablo, Velez, Blanco, back to goal, gives it to Pablo. His effort's blocked. Back to Velez, though. Corridor, Avramidez, Puardo, falls to Avramidez again. And that is almost an identical finish to his previous goal. It's his 3rd of the season. It's his 2nd of the night. And we are 3-1 up against Tottenham. And you know what? We probably deserve that. We have been the better team in this game by a big margin. And our persistency going forward, it finally pays off. We double our lead. We get the 2-goal margin. Relax. Big ball lump forward for Kane. He's not going to get to that kind of pass. He is not the speedster up top, although they are looking, it looks like, to get more and more men forward here as Son is going to have some space to run into. Edge the 18-yard box. Do not foul him. Oh, my word. The shot by Pedrino was blocked. And we are living life on the edge with that deflection. 9 minutes left. A set piece now to defend. We're usually quite good in the air. Oh, we haven't dealt with it completely. Pedrino with the ball a second time. Back post. Huardro gets it away. It's Huardo, Jack. I'll get there eventually. Maybe he needs a nickname at right back. Maybe we'll just call him right-footed Marsa. I can't do that, can I? Onana, big header. I mean, we still have a 2-goal lead here, and with 2 minutes left, they're committing more and more men forward. This set piece, they throw a lot of men up. Can we catch them in transition? Pablo running down the wing, goes down rather easily, you'd have to say. Robertson does really well to keep it in. Is Harry Kane playing on the left wing for them? He wasn't playing there at the start. If they just given up, Pardo's through. He should score it. He does score it. First goal for the club. Welcome, my friend. He went to Manchester United. He chilled there for 3 seasons in a row without playing a minute of competitive football. And, well, he's yet to start for us, but he's got an all-important goal for us here. Ball dinked forward by Corridor. What a pass that was. And the finish at the end of it into the top corner. This is as good as it gets. We have played great football. It could get better. I've said it's as good as it gets. Could it be 5? Could it be 5? Not yet, although there's still time. Pablo's been all over them like a rash today, and that effort has venomously ricocheted off the post. It will be surely the final action of the half. And with that, we win 4-1. That was a relentless game. I feel exhausted just commentating on it. It was that kind of game. An XG of 4.4 in our favour. We absolutely killed them from the first minute to the last. And whilst they did get a goal against the run of play, we came back from behind. We showed some good character. We didn't roll on our backs and let them kind of walk all over us. And, Avramides, you know what? He might be struggling a little bit in training. He's learning a new position, of course. In fact, he's already learned his new position. How about that? Inside forward of the future. He's making the same transition that Erk made for us in Park to Prem from the right wing to the left. Hopefully it's going to serve him well. But, yeah, what a match that was. We received £2 million for that. Our team talk gets credited. Thank you, fellas. Bigging me up in the press. Always love this man. I'll big him up in the episode. He's developing superbly. Although, I think that kind of applies to a lot of players in our team. The individual training performances have been great. Let's just praise everyone whilst we're... Why not? If you're not doing this every other week, just do it. It makes them train better. They all love you for it. They'll worship you by about 10 weeks in of praising them for their training on the daily. So with that result, things look pretty rosy at the top of Group E. A massive win against Tottenham that really gives us a shot at automatic promotion into the Champions League. There's no playoffs for the Champions League knockouts, but you know what I mean. We want to finish top 2 if we can this year to get to the Champions League knockouts. Europa League for finishing 4th wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But having seen Olympiacos lose 3-1 against Benfica and our win at home against Tottenham, I think we now have to look at this as a game where we do back ourselves. You can see after 5 games of the Premier League season, Tottenham are top. They actually won the league in 2022-23. I mean, should I just stop playing the save game now? Because that's just unrealistic, isn't it? They finished 3rd last year, though. They're a good team. Mourinho's still their manager. I mean, don't know how to feel about that. But it doesn't matter. We beat them. They were bad. But anyway, guys, that is going to wrap up everything from me today. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. This was an episode with a crazy match. It was pretty fun just to watch. Some really nice football played. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do drop a like on it. And well, until next time, thank you so much for watching. It is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.